Hey Libra, it's your girl D here with 8th House Energy, here to bring you another reading for December 2020. I hope all is well in the Libra community. I love you guys and I appreciate the support you give to the channel. Make sure if you haven't already, you subscribe, you hit that notification bell. That way you'll know when I post. I post weekly for all 12 signs. So if you don't see me showing up on your feed and you're already subscribed, then what you want to do is unsubscribe, refresh your screen, and resubscribe, all right? Make sure you hit that like button. You can always unlike it if it doesn't resonate, but hit that like button for me, all right? This is going to be a general read for my Libras, okay? Doesn't matter what placement of Libra you have. It could be Saturn in Libra, okay? Take what resonates and leave the rest, all right, Libra? There will be an extended to this video. The link's going to be in the box below. So make sure you check that out, especially if it resonates for you, okay? I'm going to get a few cards out here because I want to get as much info for you as possible. Libra energy, please. Okay, that came first. And then we have this. All right, so 2 more cards for Libra. Two more for Libra. All right, there's one. One more for my Libras. Okay. All right, Libra. Underneath the deck, the overall energy here is the 3 of Cups. It's called the 3 of Emotions in this deck. Okay, so the 3 of Cups. So this is energy of wanting to reconcile. Maybe somebody wants to reconcile with you. Maybe you want to reconcile with someone. This could also be about celebrations, partying, the holiday spirit. You know, we're at that time where there's going to be a lot of parties going on. And maybe you are in a mindset of like, look, I just want to have a little fun. I know we got COVID going on, but there are going to be people who are going to be you know, celebrating the holidays in a safe way. Okay, so I feel like maybe some of you are interested in those things. You could be celebrating something. This could be friendships, solidifying family family connections. All right, but this is beautiful energy here. This is about emotions and feelings of people you love and people that you enjoy being around. So we have the 4 of Wands that came out in reverse. Well, it's the 4 of Inspiration. We have the Death energy that came out in reverse. Scorpionic energy. The 4 of Inspiration is Aries energy. Then we have the Hierophant that came out. Major Arcana here. So 2 major Arcana so far. But the Hierophant came out upright. This is Taurus energy. Okay. This is your sister planet or your sister sign. And then we have the Knight of Cups that came out in reverse, the Knight of Emotion. We have the 9 of Voices, which is the 9 of Swords, in reverse. We have the 6 of Swords, Aquarius energy. We have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so this is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have the Empress energy, Major Arcana. That's you. All day, Libra, shining, looking all beautiful. All right, and then we have the Sun card in reverse, Leo energy. Some of you could be, well, no, you won't. I was going to say cuspers, but Libra is not on the cusp of Leo. And nor is Leo on the cusp of Libra, so I digress. We have the Chariot energy in reverse, Cancerian energy. We have the Queen of Swords. That's you. Queen of Voices. Okay? And then we have the Wheel. It came out in reverse. So let's see what we got going on here. So I feel like there could have been an issue in your home with family and friends. It could be family, or it could be a connection, a relationship. Because the 4 of Inspiration usually represents a family structure, celebration of family, happiness in the home, things like that. The challenge is I feel like some of you want to move away or want to move out of this situation here. There's not happiness right now. There's no celebration or anything like that. There's a challenge here of you how can I say it? Transforming out of the situation. We're all going through a lot of karmic endings right now, and it started off in your season, the height of your season, which was the full moon or the new moon in Libra, which was wrapping up, the culmination of wrapping up the karmic cycles as far as emotions. Okay, because you were a super moon, and then after that we had the Aries super moon, then we had the Taurus super moon. Both of those occurred in October, in Scorpio season, right after your season. And then we had the Sagittarius full moon, which is also a lunar eclipse. So all of that lunar energy, which is all about emotions and feelings in reference to ending karmic connections, is what we're still floating in. Now, on December 14th, we're going to have a solar eclipse. So with those lunar energies, we were tying up the emotions in reference to karmic connections we had to leave. And then with this solar eclipse coming up next week, we can use that energy to manifest what we want to bring into our lives in the new cycle that starts in 2021. It's not just a year that we're ending a cycle. A cycle is a number of years. So we're ending a major cycle here, which is why we have all that lunar energy tying up the karmic connections that we're ending. And we all know karmic connections are in our life to teach us a lesson about ourselves, about self-value, self-esteem, and it's reflecting to us what we are seeing within ourselves. If we don't like it, then we need to ascend. And once the lessons are learned, the relationships fall apart. A lot of people don't realize that they do marry karmic partners. People think because they've been married to someone 10, 15 years that that's not a karmic partner. Some people just have one karmic connection in their life. It could expand for, it could span for a number of years, and then a number of lessons come from that one connection. Some of us, like me, have multiple karmic partners that come into our and out of our lives. So it just depends on what your soul contract was prior to you coming here. And of course, all of that is erased. Your soul sets up the lessons that you're going to learn, the people you're going to run into, and who's going to teach you these lessons. Now, people will say, okay, well, I can't remember it. Yeah, you can't, because if that was the case, there would be no point of you learning the lesson and coming here. Your goal is for your soul to learn lessons so that it ascends to the next level in your next incarnation. So, of course, if you saw the devil coming down the street and it looked like a devil, you would run to the other side of the street or run to the block. You would probably never come back to that town, that side of town again, or you would move out of the town, period, right? But the devil doesn't come to us like that. So what happens is the devil comes to us in ways that we are attracted to, things that turn us on, things that we can't really see as far as what that devil energy is, so that we get involved in that connection and we learn that lesson. So a lot of times, long story short, karmic connections are marriage partners. So for some of you, this is the case here. You're married to a karmic partner. You are ascending, or your partner's ascending. Take it how it resonates. Is your goal to switch the roles, not mine. But since I'm reading for you, I'm saying you. So you are in a karmic connection here that you realize is not happiness, whether it's with a family member, okay, or whether it's with a marriage partner. You're feeling stuck, okay? The Hierophant here is the major arcana, which your spirit guides, guardian angels, and ancestors want you to keep in mind. So this is tapping into your higher self, tapping into your spirituality, and it's also about traditional relationships. So we're talking about a marriage. We're talking about a brother or sister, a mother or father, a mother or daughter, okay, a father-son type of relationship here that you may feel trapped in. With the King of Emotions in reverse here, I feel like you're feeling like this person emotionally manipulated you. They took advantage of you because of the relation that you have with them, whether it's because you're married to them or because they're related to you, whether they're your mother, your father, your sister, your uncle, your brother. Karmic connections do come in those relationships as well. Okay, it could be your child. You could have a grown adult child, and your child is a karmic connection. You were meant to learn lessons from this child. Once you guys learn lessons, unfortunately, sometimes you guys have to go your separate ways. It's unfortunate in a traditional 3D sense with the Hierophant energy, but if you look at it on a universal level, this is the way karmics come in, so that you actually learn the lesson and attach to this person and learn the lesson. Now, with the Nine of Swords in reverse here as the outcome, I feel like this is you relieving the stress. You want to relieve the stress of this connection. So maybe you are in the process of considering if you want to reconnect or not with this person. Maybe this person is reaching out to you and wanting to reconnect, and you are questioning it, because you may feel like, I don't know if I want to, because it caused me a lot of stress here with the Nine of Voices. It caused me a lot of stress. This is like the Nine of Swords. Caused me a lot of stress in this situation. And I feel kind of stuck with the death energy in reverse, because this is a family member, because this is someone I'm married to. But this person takes advantage of my emotions with the King of Cups in reverse. They emotionally manipulate me. Or maybe it's to the point where you're looking at the situation where, okay, I don't have any more love for this person. I see how they've done me and I'm not feeling it anymore. I want to release the stress of this situation. Okay? With the Six of Swords energy, I feel like you want to move away. So with the Four of Wands and the Death energy in reverse, we had that clarified with the Six of Swords, Aquarius energy. So you want to move away mentally. This is a stressful situation here. Okay, we got the Nine of Voices and the Six of Voices. This is a lot of stress and you wanting to move away from it. Okay. And with the Ace of Voices here, I feel like, you realize what's going on. The death energy in reverse, you feel is stuck in the Hierophant, because this is a traditional connection in the 3D realm where it's either a marriage partner or a family member. It's like with the Ace of Swords, you are seeing the clarity in the situation and you're realizing that this connection is very stressful for you, because the Ace of Voices could represent stress. Okay? Now, the Empress energy is showing up here. This is your energy here. So this is clarifying the Hierophant energy and the Knight of Emotions in reverse. So this person you feel like is emotionally manipulative to you. For some of you, it's the Empress energy, which represents a mother figure. Okay? Some of you, it's a mother figure. For some of you, it's someone that you're married to that you may have children with, you may not have children with. So for a Libra male, this could be your woman that you're married to. Okay? Or it could be your mother. But it could be, if you're married to this person, you may have children with them, you may not. And it could be vice versa. So if it's a Libra woman, this could be a man that you're married to. Or it could be an issue with your father or your brother. Okay? But Empress represents energy of stability, practicality, long-term commitment and connection. So this is somebody you could have grown up with. Hence, a brother, a father, a mother, a sister. Okay? Or a person that you've been married to or in a long-term commitment with for at least 8 years or more. Okay? So we got the Sun energy in reverse here showing up. That's clarifying the Knight of Emotions in reverse and the Nine of Voices. So this is you feeling like either okay, look, I don't have that type of love. I'm not putting any more love or effort into this connection anymore because I want emotional peace. I want the stress to be gone. For some of you with the Sun in reverse energy here, this is esteem issue, self-esteem, the ego. Okay, so it's like for some of you, you have, how do I want to word this? You have allowed a person to treat you in a certain way because they are a certain relation to you, whether they're your husband or wife, or whether they're your mother or your father. You've allowed this person to disrespect you in a manner in which you would not allow anybody outside of your family or anybody who was like, someone not related to you to do. You have swallowed your pride and put your pride to the side for this person. Okay, in order to try to make things work with this person. And I feel like for some of you, you're to the point where you are starting to realize that there is something not right about this connection between you and this person. And usually when it gets to that point where you can't figure it out, you got to step outside of the 3D realm and you got to look at it from a universal spiritual perspective. This person must have been put in my life to teach me a lesson. Why is this with my mother? I cannot get along with her no matter what we do, no matter how we go about it. There's always been this issue since birth. Or why is this with my sister? There's always been this issue since birth. Or why is this with my father? There's always been this issue since birth. Or why is this with my husband or my wife? There's always been this issue since we've been together. And you have constantly put your pride to the side, your ego to the side to try to work things out. And these people still trample over your emotions and walk all over you and take you for granted. The Sun card in reverse also, just think about the traditional tarot and how it looks. There is a woman who is standing next to a lion, which means that that's the good and bad, the negative, well, not good and bad, because there's no such thing as good and bad. It's just a matter of how it works for you. But it's a matter of your higher self and your animalistic self, okay? So I feel like a lot of you have tamed your emotions with this person. Normally, if this was somebody outside, you would have been cut them off. or you would have been knocked them upside the head or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever floats your boat, but you would have not stood for this as long as you have, is my point. The Chariot in reverse here, clarifying the Six of Voices and the Ace of Voices. This Chariot in reverse here is emotionally, I feel like you can't move on. You're feeling stuck. All right. And the Chariot represents the fourth house, which talks about the home. So again, we got the Four of Inspiration in reverse here, the Chariot in reverse. We got the Empress energy here, the Hierophant. This is talking to me about something that was going on if it's a family member since childhood, since birth. Some of you have never been treated right fully by your parents or your parent, whoever was, whatever. You may have been bullied by your brothers and sisters. You may have been treated less than or not looked at as valued by family members. It's just some ongoing shit that's been going and going and going because these people were karmic lessons in your life to teach you about self-respect, self-worth, self-value. Okay? So I feel like at this point you feel like you can't move on and reconnect with this person anymore. You've done that numerous times, and every time you do that, you get smacked in the face. Not literally, maybe some of you have experienced that, but as far as, constantly being emotionally manipulated, like these people take advantage of you because of the fact that they think you're not going to go anywhere because you're family. Like, for example, if your mother is a narcissist and you grew up in a narcissist environment, your mother may take advantage of the fact that, okay, you're mad, but you'll get over it. And you're not going nowhere because we family type of thing. And with the Chariot here coming up in reverse here, I feel like you're like to the point where, no, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep going back. And we have the Queen of Swords here. So this is like you saying, you know what? This is your energy. This is you saying, I'm cutting this shit out. Like, I can't do this anymore. I'm not going to allow you to constantly disrespect me and not hear me, not listen to me when I tell you this is what the issue is, not try to resolve it. I'm not doing this anymore, whether it's a marriage partner or a family member, okay? And then we have the Wheel of in reverse. It came out in reverse because this is a cycle, a vicious cycle that's been going on and on and on since this person has been in your life. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, this person could be reaching out to you, wanting to reconnect with you. But I feel like with Judgment here, you're realizing and accepting the fact that, wait a minute, there's something more to this connection. This is not a normal, traditional family or wife or husband type of connection. And so, especially if you watch tarot, you understand about karmic connections. And some of you are getting that awakening. You're getting downloads and you're realizing that. So with the Page of Cups here, okay, some of you are the child in this situation here. And then the Page of Materials in reverse, which is the Page of Pentacles. Some of you are realizing that it's very difficult, no matter how much love you show or how much love you give, they're only going to give you so much. And they're not loyal to you at all. There's no loyalty here. And then we have the Emperor in reverse. So some of you, like I said, this is a father figure who is just not right to you and not good to you, has never been good to you. With this Emperor energy in reverse here, this is someone who's very controlling. It doesn't have to be a father. It could be a mother figure who's very controlling, very dominant. This is someone who uses their control, their relationship between you. Whether it's a husband or a wife or whether it's a family member. They're using their control as far as their position in traditional society to do you wrong, to do you dirty. Okay? And they were put in the crazy part about it is, Libras, you have to understand they were put in your life to do this. So they're not going to change. There's no way working this out. Okay? They're not going to change. I know this, Libra, because I go through this. I'm going through it too. Okay, I'm a Libra, Scorpio cusper. 2 degrees Scorpio. I'm going through this exact same thing. These people are not going to change. So it's hard to deal with. It's hard to accept. But you have to understand that these people were put in your life to do a job. And that is the job that they're doing. And if you can try to look at it from a universal perspective and stop worrying about what other people around you think, because they're looking at it from a lower level. They're looking at it from a traditional 3D level. Oh, well, that's your mother. How could you be that way to them? Or that's your father. How could you not speak to your father? How could you block him? Or that's your sister. How could you be like that? Y'all need to work things out. These people ain't walked a mile in your shoes. They don't know what the fuck's going on. They don't know what you've experienced. They don't know the pain and the aggravation that you have been through trying to work these relationships out. Libra, you are the sign of wanting to relate, wanting to connect. So you are going to be the first one to say, okay, well, let's see how we can do this for everybody. All right? But these people, that's not how they rock, because that's not what they were brought to do in your life. They were brought to teach you that you can't relate to everybody. I know you watch readings and they tell you, oh, Libra's the sign of relating. You know, you guys want, but no, you're being too nice to these people. You've done more than enough, whether this is a marriage partner or a family member. This is a karmic partner. It's not going to change. It's a hard-ass pillow to swallow. But you got to understand that, or else you're gonna have health issues, because you're gonna be constantly fighting against your higher self. Your higher self is telling you to get the fuck away from this person, okay? But your 3D realm and everybody else around you is like, no, that's who you're supposed to be with. That's who you're supposed to rock with. That's your people. Show loyalty. You got to show loyalty to yourself first, all right? And some people, if you understand things from a universal level, you know certain people are put in your life for lessons. They were put in your life to do a job, and that's to teach you to respect yourself. Once you learn that lesson, it's time to let it go. It's time to let it go. All right, that's too many that came out. We need one more. We're going to have an extended. If this resonates, guys, make sure you click the like button. Okay? Hit that notification bell. Subscribe. Hit the subscription button first, then the notification bell. All right? Link to the extendeds in the box below, because we're definitely going to go into the extended and get some more clarity. I need one more here for Libra, please. One more for the outcome. All right, I'm going to take the one that turned over. Okay. I feel like, no, I'm being told to take this one. Okay. Underneath the deck, we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Page of Materials. This is, the Pentacles in this situation represents reaching out to express, okay, let's work on this. There's a loyalty here. There's a bond between us, because Pentacles can represent that. The time, energy, and effort put into a situation. Loyalty, okay? When the Page of Pentacles is in reverse, this is a troubled child. So for some of you, some of this stemmed from you had a troubled childhood. You had narcissistic type parents, or who covert narcissists, whatever type of terminology, but they were put in your life to teach you a lesson about self-respect, self-esteem, and knowing when to say, okay, I can't relate to you no matter what I do, so now I have to move away from you. I don't give a shit if you're my sister. I don't give a shit if you're my mother. Some of you had these types of relationships, and so as a result, as a child, when you have been around these narcissists, you grew up and you naturally just were radiating that energy of attracting narcissists. So some of you attracted narcissist relationships, whether it's your friends that you've attracted who are narcissists and treat you like shit, whether it's lovers, repeated lovers. And if you keep having the same issue where relationships are not working out, you don't understand why, you got to start with you. This starts from childhood. Okay, you have to accept the fact that the universe is trying to teach you a lesson. And if you don't learn it with this person, they're going to bring another person in your life to teach you that lesson. I've been through that too. Okay? So I'm keeping it 100 with you. It's tough. It is. But you can get through this. You can. It's going to take some healing. Okay? It's going to take you the winter to come to grips with the shit. But you will. So we have the 10 of Voices, which is the 10 of Swords. We have the Empress energy showing up again in reverse. We have the Lovers, Major Arcana, another Major Arcana, Virgo energy. Gemini energy. We have the 9 of Wands, 9 of Inspiration. And then we have the 5 of, this is emotions, the 5 of Cups in reverse. So I told you, the outcome here is the 5 of Cups in reverse. You will get over this. You will get past this. You will heal. This is the universe confirming that you will. But right now, you're at a state of the 10 of Swords, feeling betrayed, because this was family, or this was your marriage partner. Okay? And you're feeling betrayed. All these swords here could represent a couple of different family members or a couple of different relationships where you feel betrayed by these people. You put in your effort, your energy, your time. You know, you tried to do what you could to make it work, and the shit just didn't work out. These people ended up walking over you. The challenge is with the Empress in reverse here, the challenge is for some of you, it has to do with your mother or your father. Like I said, with this Page of Materials in reverse, this goes back to your childhood and not being able to establish a family bond with your family members because they were just not on that mentality. And that's only because if you look at it from a spiritual level, again, they were put in your life to teach you a lesson. So they did their job. That was to teach you to stand up for yourself and to say, hey, wait a minute. Just because you're my aunt don't mean that you're going to be talking to me and treating me like a piece of shit. I've had enough of you. And if you continue with the disrespect, we will not communicate. I don't care if we've been married 20 years. You need to respect our bond. And if you don't, you continue to behave in a disrespectful manner. And so some of you, you're in these connections because of what happened in your childhood with the Empress in reverse. Some of you had a mother who was not very nurturing. Some of you had a mother who was just all about money. Some of you may have grown up in an environment where you had multiple brothers and sisters. You were a latchkey kid. Your mother didn't put a lot of nurturing effort into you. All she did was provide for you. Okay? So the emotions, that's why we had that five of cups, the five of emotion, and then we had the page of materials in reverse. So your mother provided for you or your father provided for you financially, but they didn't nourish you emotionally with that page of cups energy. Now we have the universe is telling you have to make a choice. Okay? And this is going to be a tough choice. Okay? But you're going to have to make a decision as to what you're going to do. The universe is telling you with this lover's energy, this is a karmic connection. Karmic. These people are only doing their job. So try to look at it from that perspective. And that will empower you with the power and the self-esteem and respect to say, okay, I understand that this is what you were meant to do in my life. Now I need to understand now I know what I need to do. And it may hurt. And then you may have people looking at you all weird because you don't talk to your family or fuck them. Excuse my language. Forget them. Try not to curse. But you've done everything you possibly could with the 9 of Wands. This is the 9 of Inspirations in this deck. You fought. Every time there was a doubt, you would turn the other cheek and say, look, let's work this out. Or you would come back to the house the next day. You may be wounded for a couple days, but you come back and you try it again. Didn't work. You try it again. Didn't work. Okay? It's to the point now where you're like, you know what? I'm done trying with the 5 of emotions in reverse. I'm over it. So Libra, let me know if this resonated. If you don't want to get into your personal situation in the comments, I get it. Hit me up with an email with 8houseenergy@gmail.com. Otherwise, let me know in the comments if this resonated. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell. I'm going to go to the extended. That link's in the box below. Feel free to join me. If not, I'll see you in the next reading. Blessings to you, Libra.